Yeah, I'm here. I didn't even get my coffee. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right. So, are y'all okay? Let me know in the chat. Is everybody okay? Let me let the people know that we're live again. Now reporting on the state of emergency of Cal. I'm not seeing everybody out here. Shout out to everybody from California, guys. We are live again. We live now. This is going to be a little brief live just to kind of keep track because everybody kept coming to the chat and talking about there's this a lot of stuff is happening in California right now. So apparently California is uh, declared state of emergency, right? For now, regarding, I guess, the heavy rain that everybody's receiving, the flash flood, the co-conspirators, along with the Y2K computers. No, I'm here. The Y2K didn't get me. Southern California, guys, Southern California. Apparently, there's been nonstop rain, and I've been hearing that it's probably going to rain all the way till Saturday. And it's been ongoing for the last couple of hours. I mean, I'm trying to understand heavy rain. Preps for winter storm brings heavy rain, possible flooding. You got people out there that are, trying, and as everybody should be careful right now. See if I can pull some information here real quick. I mean, Fox did a report 16 hours ago. You have KTLA 5 that reported 5 hours ago. 1 second. And hopefully everybody, like I said, is staying safe. See if we can pull. I'm going to see if I can pull another weather tracker here as well. But we have Fox as well, or KTLA.
LA5 morning news at 7. Southern California dealing with dangerous weather conditions this morning because the strongest Christmas storm in years has arrived.
And depending on where you are right now, you could be experiencing heavy to light rain and damaging winds. Residents in our recent burn areas are facing the risk of potential mudslides and debris flows.
Y'all be careful out there.
Good morning. I'm Eric Spillman in for Frank Buckley. Megan Tellis here. She's in for Jessica Holmes. We have complete coverage of the powerful storm. Carlos Herrera is live in Pacific Palisades near the Palisades fire burn scar. Aaron Myers in Altadena near the Eaton fire burn scar. Both areas remain under evacuation warnings. Our Kirk Hawkins is in for Ginger Chan monitoring the roads. But first, let's get to Mark Kriske. The latest on the conditions.
Yes, latest on the conditions. Boy, what a wild ride it was in this morning. I
my God.
15, 20 minutes early, and I got here at the same time. Speeds were slow, but that's a good thing. But still, some people, they were cooking along at 65 miles an hour.
And those people
that is crazy. When people drive crazy in certain weathers, whether it's snow or rain. Now, what is interesting, hold up, because I'm trying to see if we could pull some more information here. So what we have so far is this. For those that are in the area, so Christmas storms batters Southern California, state of emergency declared. So after days of this forecast, there's been like a warning that there was probably going to do a state of emergency. Holiday storms with potential to bring several inches of rain and flooding to Southern California have arrived. The National Weather Service predicts the storm may be the strongest Christmas event in years, with 4 to 7 inches of rain falling on the coastal and valley area south of Point Conception through Friday. At one point on Wednesday, the NWS issued a tornado warning for the areas of Monterey Park and Rosemead. The warning was posted on X at about 10:21 a.m. and was scheduled to expire 10:45 a.m., but expired early after officials determined that the threat had diminished. However, damaging winds remain likely, and a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for the areas. So projected rains through 10 p.m. Wednesday, 1 to 2 inches in coastal and valley areas, 2 to 3 inches in foothills and mountains. South of Point Conception, 2 to 4 inches in coastal and valley areas, 4 to 9 inches in foothills and mountains. Dang, that's a lot of rain. North of Point Conception is 2 to 4 inches, 4 to 7 inches in foothills, and south of Point Conception, 4 to 7 in coastal and valley areas. Wow. Okay, so I mean, a lot of rain out there and whatnot. My goodness, you said something. So then there's this conversation about the fog. Do y'all remember that crazy fog? Was it earlier this year? Well, let's talk about this. You guys, remember the fires that started this year? Like all fires, all in California, the Palisade fires. And now we're concluding everything with rain. Interesting. James, thank you so much. James, again, you gifted. Thank you. Thank you. My goodness, y'all. Put some hearts in the chat if you've been gifted by James. Thank you. Thank you. Mis vecinos. Quédense en casa, porfa. Yeah, y'all be staying at home, please, and thank you. You're experiencing in Connecticut a snowstorm. Wow. Everybody's like experiencing something. What nobody is not saying or may not have noticed was the planes patterns looking like tic-tac-toe just days ago. Really? Say more. There is no radiation in the fog. You said that there's no radiation in the fog. I'm sorry, but I need a little proof on the turning black cars into whites. I don't believe it. Wait, who's turning black cars into whites? That's a verse. I've never heard of that. Yo, where's my conspiracy? I have some tinfoil rabbit ears somewhere. I don't know where they went. Explain that to me. Listen, I'm willing to hear different things. I might not believe it, but I'm here for it. I'm willing to hear something different. I guess. I don't know. Minds, y'all just gifted 5 memberships. Guys, put some hearts in the chat if you've been gifted, please. And thank you. Put some hearts in the chat. Minds, y'all, thank you, my love. And Sandra D has been a member for 18 months. Happy holidays to the Bunny family. Thank you, thank you. You guys, don't forget that we have a holiday party. Mañana is we throwing the house out the window, the channel out the window. Yes, we are. Mañana. Y'all get ready for that, okay? Make sure you guys come, and thank you. And thank you, Sandra. Thank you for your membership. 18 months is a long time. Thank you, love. Why is the fog white? Is it supposed to be a different color? I always thought fog was supposed to be white. Yeah, educate me, because I don't know. Listen, I am from California. I moved when I was younger, but I am from California, and I spent several. By the way, I love Christmas in California. Love it. Nothing like fog. And just it's just a different level of cold, but it's nice. I don't know. I've spent a lot of Christmases in California for sure. But I'm not understanding. I mean, I thought fog was supposed to be white. And then Rod, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Oh my goodness, y'all. Thank you. Yeah, I thought fog was supposed to be white. You said, can you look it up, Rabbit, about the white powder in the fog? All right. Now listen, I know some of y'all like to, but I'm going to just say this. I may not believe all that, but I will entertain some of it, okay? Just to hear the other side. White powder in fog. I heard about this little situation. I think it was earlier in the year. Was it in the year? Yeah, it was. About when it was the fire. Okay, here. This is the mysterious fog across the world, especially in America. A hidden threat in our midst. Okay. Let's see how this is explained.
We're back, and we've been seeing these reports come in, and I got to say, this haze stuff is pretty wild, right?
Yeah, it's definitely something else. I mean, people waking up to like flashlights just to see across the street. It's nuts.
It's like straight out of some sci-fi flick or something.
Yeah.
And it's not just the looks of it. It's like cleaning the things, leaving that residue. Not your typical fog, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Okay, so what is it that people were seeing? Now, this was earlier in the year. Can we just get to the commentary?
Chemicals, right? The seaweed theory. They'd find traces of those tiny ocean critters. And if it's the pollen thing, well, they'd see a whole lot of that stuff under the microscope.
They're like a giant puzzle, and they got to find the right pieces. Pretty cool, actually. But in the meantime, what are people supposed to do? I mean, this stuff can't be good to breathe, right?
Yeah, that's the big concern. Until they know for sure, it's best to play it safe. Especially folks with like asthma or breathing problems. Got to be extra careful.
Right. Makes sense.
Okay.
So we've covered what we know, the possible causes, and the fact that scientists are on the case. What's the takeaway here? What should people be thinking about while we wait for answers?
To me, this whole thing, no matter what the cause turns out to be, it just shows how connected everything is. Like what we do can have some crazy, unexpected effects on the planet.
It's a wake-up call for sure. This weird haze is making us pay attention to what's going on around us. So folks, we've laid it all out. Now it's your turn. What questions does this raise for you about the environment, about how our actions impact things?
You ever wake up to fog and it's not like, fresh and clean, but instead there's this like weird dust or smoke just kind of hanging in the air?
Yeah.
Well, that's
okay. I see where they're going with this. All right. Now, let me ask you guys a question for those that are like, this is BS, because I know that there's some people, and that's fine. I could believe a little bit of everything. You said it's weird. You said smog. That's right. Smog is a thing. Let me ask you guys a question. And this is why, yeah, this audio is AI. It's giving AI podcasts. It's not really giving like an actual podcast. It's giving AI. That's why I'm like, this sounds so weird. And there's like no images above that. So this white fog theory, okay, because we're talking about weather. And I always kind of like feel some type of way. Like, here's this one. This was the New York Post. So people are calling it, this was earlier, 11 months ago, earlier in the year, this chemical fog. That's what people are referencing.
All right. So it's crazy foggy right now. But that's not the weird part. Okay. Like, number one, it's weird because as it gets later in the day, fog should lighten, dissipate. And it's really not. But the weirdest part is the taste and smell. It smells like after you set off a bunch of fireworks, and like the taste of the air is, I mean, the only word I can think of is toxic.
I've never tasted fog. It never occurred to me to walk around with my mouth open to just taste fog. Maybe that's why I don't know what fog tastes like. I'm thinking it's water, smog, water evaporation. I don't know, like that. But I've never really thought, well, let me go lick some fog, or let me go do something with this. I just never really thought about it that way. It smells horrible. You said it tastes like chicken. There is no wrong or right answer in this. Please note that. I'm there with y'all. I'm kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this. You said it looks normal to me. Silent Hills, LOL. I'm just saying, do you guys walk around and open your mouths to figure out what this tastes like? Five Divine, thank you so much for this super chat. Thank you for the $4.99. Happy holidays, Rabbit family. Thank you. Okay, honest question. I've never walked around with my mouth open trying to figure out what does it taste like. Like, right, like we all walking out here with our mouths open. I just have not. I have not. I've not. I could see walking outside when it's snowing with your mouth open because people want to be like, "Ooh, what is that?" As a kid. But I've never in my mind thought about, well, let me go see. I don't think I would know if fog is supposed to taste a certain way. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. It kind of tastes like how you breathe it, right? That I know. That mouth breath. Tastes like teeth. Oh my God. Y'all are funny in the chat. I'm sorry. And I'm glad y'all have a sense of humor about this because I really do feel kind of like slow in this. I know that, people have said different things. And you know what? Let me say this. I can believe that things can be released out in the atmosphere. Believe it or not, I do believe that things have been staged or released in the atmosphere, to have a cause and effect on certain things. I can believe that. So I'm not above, agreeing to that. I just think I need a little bit more research. For me, it's like I've never really thought about opening my mouth outside to figure out what this fog tastes like. Now, if there was a smell, because sometimes when like there's fires, it gets kind of foggy. That's really ash, right? And then you start noticing. I've never opened my mouth even then. Try not to go outside. Close your eyes because that ish can get in your, mouth and face and stuff. But it never occurred to me to do any of this ever.
It's super weird. And so I'm going for my walk and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that. That's weird. Yeah, it smells not right. And I'm 41. I've been through fog. This is something different. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that.
Thoughts? You said what is going on? We're talking about the weather. And then there's all kinds of theories and stuff like that. He's talking with this mouth open. Rain. Florida was the first state to ban chemical trails. Y'all, it's for real. What's the chemical? Explain that to me in the chat if you can. You said, when something in the environment is funky. Would we know when something in the environment is funky? I guess that's the question that I have for people. This is what we have so far. Hold up, I'm pulling. This is literally was this an hour ago on the weather? There's still some stuff happening out in the weather. Let me play this while I look for other weather related things. But again, people have said different things about this weather stuff. I can believe a little bit of everything. I just don't. I don't know how much to look into it. But literally, we have flooded freeways, mud flows across Southern California. This is crazy work,
Storm
guys.
carrying what's called an atmospheric river is hitting
You got- stay
California as we
safe.
speak. Evacuation orders or warnings have been issued to thousands of residents. Now, amid a growing risk of life-threatening flooding and debris flows,
Wow.
you see some of the damage already. This is significant flooding happening in some parts of the state. And we just got new video from the San Bernardino County Fire Department that shows floodwaters there and debris rushing across State Route 2 in Wrightwood, California. The entire state is expected to be impacted by this system. CNN meteorologist Allison Chinchar is tracking all of this for us.
We have that high risk issued for today. That is a level 4 out of 4, the highest it can possibly be across portions of Southern California. You can see indicated by that pink color on the map. Now, to emphasize, a high risk is incredibly rare. They only account for about 4% of the days throughout the year, but 80% of damages. Now, as we transition into Christmas Day, you'll note we still have a higher risk. It's just a level 3 out of 4 for some of the same areas. Now, one of the biggest concerns within these stronger risk areas are the potential for what they could do to some of the areas where we had recent wildfires.
So this is interesting part. That's what I'm saying. It's so weird how earlier in the year we started with a bunch of fires, and now we're ending with, because we're almost at the end of the year, where it's all floods. You said, let's see what people are saying. Is YT blocking things? Let me know, guys, because I'm seeing Cheeks saying the same thing, that there's like a lot of blocking of. That's weird, because sometimes it's like they're on it and sometimes they're not. That's weird. You said search the sewage problem. It gets combined with the fog and the smell. It's Imperial Beach. Oh, and Colorado. Okay, that those two are interesting in terms of a factor, right? Like when one thing can pull another one and then make stuff smell all crazy. I'm here with you on that one. Yeah, this is crazy. It said just an emergency alert, but it looks like, okay, so far here in the valley. Okay, let me look into the sewage problem. That could, I guess, is problematic for this area too.
All 3 of these little white specks you see here are burn scar locations. When you get heavy amounts of rain on them, most of the water just rushes right off. It's not absorbed into the ground like it normally would be. So the concern is these next couple of waves of moisture that are going to be arriving, the first one through the overnight hours tonight, say about 1-2 a.m. And also even as we head into the afternoon, another round starts to slide back into portions of Southern California. So we still have a lot of moisture left to go, not just for the remainder of the day today, but also Christmas Day and even into Friday. So when we still look at some of the forecast numbers, you can see a lot of these areas still expected to get about 3 to 5 inches of rain, but some isolated pockets of 6 to 10 inches is not out of the question. Remember, this 6 to 10 is on top of what these areas have already had, which is a substantial amount in some of these communities. Also, snow. We're still looking at an extra 1 to 3 feet across portions of the Sierras. This means if you have travel plans, say from Reno or Tahoe back over to, say, San Francisco and Sacramento, you're likely going to encounter some delays there on the roads as that snow continues to pile back up over the next 48 hours. We also have the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms as well. So in addition to the flooding threat, we also have potential for some damaging winds, some small hail, and yes, we can't rule out the potential for an isolated tornado in some of these green shaded areas that you see through here through the overnight timeline. One of the key things this area needs is dry weather. Unfortunately, at least for the next 3 days, we still have rain in the forecast for LA. Some of the surrounding areas like San Diego, Sacramento, San Francisco, also going to be looking at several more days of rain. The one bit of good news is, though, once we get to the weekend, we should finally start to see.
So there's like I didn't even know this. There's a sewage crisis. California Rabbit, search the sewage problem. It gets combined with the fog and the smell. It's in the Imperial Beach in Coronado. No joke. Yeah, there is a Tijuana River sewage crisis or pollution crisis. And so then this like exacerbates the smell. And I mean, clearly that's not healthy or anything like that. whatsoever at all. So y'all got to be mindful of this. I mean, this is a huge deal, right? Whether it's fires or flooding. This can't be good for anybody in that area at all. Poetically, thank you so much for gifting one membership. Thank you, love. Shout out to Poetically. Thank you, thank you. San Diego Marine Layer often carries sea salt. When fog condenses and dries, it leaves a powdery white residue, salt and crystal. Black cars show it most drastically. Oh yeah, like the little residue and whatnot. Sister Craft, I hope you're staying safe. Your family's staying safe out there. Shout out to you. This storm blows. No surfing. Y'all better not. Listen, I don't even tell people what to do. I would hope that people would know what's going on. But this is interesting. So this is why it shows on black cars, not like anything crazy. So in Tijuana, right, there is a sewage problem in Tijuana, and some of that is mixed in, and it could create a problem with the flooding and whatnot. I got you on that one. Yeah, huge sewage problem in Tijuana, sewage to California. TJ Mexico does not want to help. That's crazy. I mean, hopefully they figure that out. So this becomes an issue because it's Southern California, and then you have the flooding and the buildup and stuff like that. That can't be safe, sanitary for anybody at all. Which is crazy because you guys know that California, like half of the people own the water. Y'all don't even own water over there. Some of the residents don't. There's only certain elite people. Now that is, I'm not making that up. When the California fires happened, we looked into this and we looked into the fact that there were certain people with money and Hollywood and prestige that have water rights. That is crazy work right there. Okay. Especially when you have a fire going on or all these things and whatnot. None of this is good whatsoever. The water rights is a thing that I did look into earlier in the year. It's more than 20 years and nobody does anything. They keep stealing money to fix it. My goodness. You said, yeah, some of the surfers are real thrill seekers. I seen a video when there was a tsunami warning. We were talking about this. There was a tsunami warning earlier in the year. Not this year. Was it last year? Tsunami warning. And they're telling people to get out of the area. And you literally have these people with their surfboards, like just right there waiting. It says Northern California sells them, cities sell them. That's crazy. The water rights is crazy. That I didn't know that until the fires happened, and we actually did a deep dive on that, which is very scary if you think about it. How the hell how does somebody own water? How does that happen? I don't know. You said it's like storm chasers. It's crazy. Well, the difference between the storm chasers, I mean, they have, I don't know. Like, I feel like they have a little bit more of an agenda where it's like, if you're waiting for a tsunami, man, you're waiting for a death wish. This is crazy. I still remember the footage of when a tsunami hit. This was years ago. I think it was like in high school where they showed the tsunami that hit. And some of these people didn't even know that it was coming. Like they were unsuspecting, and they were like, I think was it Thailand? I forget what area, but it was like on the other side of the world. And they're like hanging out at the very end right there, right? And the water starts pulling out, and that's like one of the biggest signs. And it starts pulling out. It's almost like it's gaining momentum, and you start seeing fish all over the place. And so, like the people are there. They're like, ooh, fish. We don't have to go fishing. They start pulling all this fish. But it's literally, that's when you got to run and you got to go seek some altitude, because that thing is, and that's what happened. It just hit, and all of that was caught on camera. It's so crazy. Crazy. Let's see. Yeah, there was one in Haiti too. Wow. There was one, I can't remember what year it was many years ago, but there was footage that captured that tsunami. It was so crazy. You said you were in Maui in 2001. They had the largest waves in 14 years. They were pulling surfers out to the waves with waves runners. It was cool to watch. I bet that was scary though. Indonesia had another, that's crazy. Anyways, let me keep playing this. So y'all out there, be careful, please. Be careful, because I mean, I'm seeing the freeway images right now, and the people are on the freeway. Don't do it.
Things dry back out, and those temperatures will also start to go back up as well.
CNN's Julia Vargas Jones is out in it for us. Julia, the sun is now up as you've been with us all morning. What are you hearing from state and local officials about this now?
Well, just in the past hour, Kate, we're now under severe thunderstorm warning. The forecast is of winds picking up to 70 miles an hour. This is up until this evening across different parts of Los Angeles. Here where we are in Altadena, what we're seeing as we're driving around these streets is the effects of those winds. We're starting to see more of that, and the rain still intensifying. It's supposed to get worse in the next hour still. More rain at around 9 a.m. in the local hour. Of course, the major concern here in these burn scar areas is the debris up on this way is the San Gabriel Mountains. That's also fire scar, burn scar areas. The debris flow could be pretty damaging here. It could bring down cars, trees, all sorts of debris.
Crazy.
And that is what one of the main concerns of officials here. That is why they have ordered some specific homes to evacuate. And now they're going door to door, those warning areas, telling people of the danger of what they could be facing in the coming hours and in the coming days. This is not supposed to stop, Kate, for another 3 days. That's where those warnings are going to be into place until Thursday evening. That's why officials here are saying, look, we know that it's a bummer this Christmas, but if you don't have to leave your house, don't leave your house. Don't risk driving on those flooded roads. Better safe than sorry, Kate.
Absolutely. Taking this rain and storm threat very seriously on California right now. Julia.
You guys got to be careful. Again, they just declared a state of emergency. Now look at this right here.
NBC4 News at 11 a.m. starts with breaking news.
Widespread flooding, mudslides, and debris flow.
My
We've already
goodness.
seen a tornado warning this morning. We want to thank you for joining us here at 11 a.m. I'm Jonathan Gonzalez. If you stepped outside today, then you know it's not just the rain, it's also the wind causing issues on this Christmas Eve. Let's take a live look outside right now as this Christmas storm from 5 of our weather cameras. This storm already causing issues across Southern California, including at LAX, where delays are already popping up. And then look at this. This is new video just into our newsroom, shows a lot of that flooding we've been warning you about, and we're already starting to see this morning. We've seen plenty of cars getting stuck in rising waters on surface streets and the freeways. In fact, the roads, they have been dangerous all morning long. A FedEx truck carrying thousands of packages crashed on the 5 freeway in Pacoima. These dangerous conditions.
Look at that. Look at all those packages. So it's like, y'all got to be careful out there. Be careful. Yes, JB. All my family has family left in Cali, but praying for y'all. Y'all be careful, okay? And you know, if you could stay home, stay home. You said my packages. No, that is horrible. That was a FedEx with a bunch of packages too. Guys, be careful. Be careful out there. If you don't have to be out there, don't. Okay? This is just, you know, wait until the rain is over and then see what you got to see and everything. But let's not go crazy out there, okay?
Could last for days from the valleys to our burn scar areas. We have live team coverage for you this morning. We begin now with meteorologist Stephanie Elmo tracking the storm. And Stephanie, we know just moments ago we had that tornado warning that expired.
That's right, Jonathan. And this is why I want to show you. So I took a snapshot. We actually had just around 10:15 or so just earlier this morning. We had this cell that pressed through the area, impacting South Pasadena, right around Alhambra. And it was this area that you received a tornado warning. Now,
wait, are you guys without power? We had no power for 4 hours since 6 a.m. to 10 to 10:30 a.m. I'm sorry, Soy. Is it Soy Richie? Yo, anybody in that area too have no power? Damn, like that's crazy work. You guys be careful. You know, it sounds like it was 4 hours with no power, and that's horrible. You know, if you have food in that fridge, all of that other stuff, like it's just like, please stay safe, guys. And I mean, if, like I said, if you're able to stay home, stay home. It doesn't have to go all crazy. I know it's the holiday season and people trying to get to where they need to go, but stay home. Stay home. You've just got power back. Wait, First Liberties podcast, you don't have power? You still have power. Okay. So how many, you have power. Thank you, love. So how many areas do we have there that have no power? You said that's your hood. So no. I mean, if nobody has power, I think that's definitely a concern. Leave the fridge door closed. Yeah, you guys like, oh my goodness, man. You know, when I was living in California, one of the biggest worries that we had as a child, because I lived through a couple of earthquakes there, the San Andreas fault, I don't even think they call it that anymore. That the whole thing was scary, that at some point California and was going to split into two and all this other stuff. That's crazy work. I remember that as a child, and that was like the scariest thing for me when we lived in that area. He said, damn near everywhere has power. Storm is not bad. I've survived hurricanes. We're okay now. Okay. The best, the worst. Okay. So you're saying that the storm is not that bad. I mean, it sounds like the freeways are flooded. Some of them, that's good. I hope you stay safe. But some people are experiencing different things. Okay. And it might not be your area, but it could be in other areas. All right. You said, I'm in Burbank area in LA County. Gotcha. The power map grid showed at least 20 areas without power. So there's some areas without power. You're going to go to Del Taco? I'll tell you what I see when I get my food. And yes, it's the San Andreas Fault. Is it still called that, First Liberties podcast? My goodness, man. I think I remember San Andreas Fault. PG&E or is it PG&E or is it PGE now? I send you the power outage map. So, Ava, it's still there's areas without power, right? Even though there's people that are saying that they don't have power. Hold up, love. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Ava. Thank you. Okay, so we got the hold up before we go to that. Look at this. I want to understand how to read this. Future outage. So current outages. Just to give everybody an idea. Now, I'm trying to understand, how do I read this? What is the green supposed to mean? Community resources. Okay, they have community resources out there, but what is the green supposed to read? Is the red out of power? Okay, here it is. So power is off on the red. Estimated restoration time to be determined. Crews are currently responding due to the storm damage. So there is some areas without, I mean, we got some reds here, but what about the oranges? Let's see. Let's go to orange. In the oranges also power's off, but they're like working to restore it, okay? So orange can also mean power off. There's a lot of oranges, guys. Okay, now what about yellow? It says power's off. I thought that it was like a certain level. There is an unplanned outage in your area. Our team is evaluating the electrical system. Okay. Now green, I'm assuming. Does that mean that everybody's cool, copacetic? No. I guess I need help reading some of these keys. But if this one says power outages, I'm not in the area. That's why I don't know how to read some of the stuff here. But this is what the map looks like. Look at the key. Look at the key on the map itself. Okay. So if I'm going to do over here next to, I think this is Madera or Modesto area. Oh, okay. So everything that has a key might be a power outage. That's a lot. So here's this: crews are responding to emergency due to storm outage. Once the extreme weather has passed, crews will begin repair. So they haven't even started repair. Power is shut off to be determined. Okay. But if I go to green, like let me go over here to Sacramento. Power is off. This is an unplanned outage. Our crew shut off power to make an urgent repair safely. So the power is off. It just means that power could be off and off momentarily. It could be planned or unplanned. Zoom closer to show you more in the area. Okay. Let me do that if I can. Okay. Look at this yellow right here. Man, that makes sense. Power is off. That's a good area to be off, guys. Look at that. Here's a little area of yellow, right? This is like the Stockton area. Power's off. Okay, but what about the green? Power is off. Give me 1 second. You said I'm in Southern California, Central Valley. Okay. I'm gonna try to go this way a little bit. I want to go to see this little red right here. So this is near the water, okay? More so near on the water. That's a lot of red in that area. Power's off. Estimated restore time. Crews are currently responding to emergency due to storm. Kind of the same narrative as the other one. But look at that. So is the power off all over here? And then in the orange area, this is it. So for people that are saying, well, no, this is not a big deal, the storm will pass. Well, I mean, sure, if you're not in an area where the power's out, but look at this. Like, there's a lot of areas that are affected. I mean, it may not be your area, but there's a lot of areas that are affected here. Yeah, the color is how many people are off. The sunny, bombing calm in the southern Oregon. Okay. So in your area, there's like 3 outages. And so that looks more than 3 outages to me. You got to go look at that map. Unless they're not updating it. I was muted. I'm not anymore. Thank you. That's what I thought. So yeah, like there's some outages, guys. There's some outages. Can you do Orange County? Well, let's see. Can I do Orange County? Let's see. A little bit over here. Let me zoom in. Show that area. To give you an idea, I mean, there's areas with no power, and some of them has been turned off. I think that's what the green means, is that there's areas where things have been turned off because they're planning to do work, probably in preparation for this. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, some people don't have power. So it may not be, your area may not be one of them, but there's some areas that don't have power. I think it's a concern. Some of it is pretty close to Carson City, too. There you got Sacramento there, Modesto. Let me go a little bit further down. Monterrey, Salinas, Santa Cruz. So give you a good idea, guys. I mean, this is what is this here? Is this where the plant is at? Grab and go. Okay, community resources. They've even put community resources there for people that need them. Like if you need for whatever reason, you need to get out of your area because of the power. Yeah, I mean, there's Hollister right there. San Benito, Pinnacles, all of that is there. So y'all, like, there's areas with no power. It's like, it's there. Southern Cal is not PG&E. Gotcha. You said, looking at the actual map of Los Angeles, there's no power outages reported. She's not even looking at the right map for LA. Well, it's all of Southern California that we're looking. I'm looking at the PG&E map. Is there a different one that you want me to look at? This is not it. This is not like, unless we're saying, look, I'm literally looking up, y'all. Like, this area right here doesn't have any markers, just this right here. So SoCal is SEE. So do they have a different website? Let me know. Let me know. Let's see. Yeah, thank you. Do we got people being rude in my chat? Please don't be rude. Please don't be rude. Like, come on now. Don't be rude in my chat. This is the map that was sent. This is the PG&E, unless there's a different one. Okay. So the one that Ava, thank you. The one that Ava sent was this one. This is why I was looking at this. Thank you. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Southern California Edison. Okay. Thank you. I'm pulling it up, okay? Perfect. Okay. Well, there's Southern California Edison. Thank you. What was given to me was the yes, Southern California Edison. I know. What is up with this? Hold up. Let me call somebody out. Hold up. Now, listen, I'm in the holiday spirit, but let me tell you something. Don't get me out of the spirit. Don't get me out of the spirit. Or don't let the spirit depart for a minute, okay? Don't be rude in my chat. I will block you. All right? You don't like it? Go look for that map over there. Go get your own little internet over there and go look for it, okay? because clearly you're well and covered. Got it? Got it? Where are you at? Where are you at? Did we block an asshole in the chat? Let me know. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm looking at all the maps, guys. Thank you. Okay. So here we have. Thank you. Appreciate it, Flo Joe. I know you got some people in here that are just doing like you can go look in the go look at your own little map. Go do that over there. Don't be an asshole in my chat. Thank you, Chico. You tripping over a damn map. Yes, I am. Thank you. Okay, moving on. So we have, it says right here, current outage is 75. It gives you an idea. Now, is it weather related? That's the question that I have. Some of it is like, it says right here, traffic accident. Now here it says Gardena is storm conditions as far as why something is out. So this is an interesting little map here. Sorry, y'all. I'm not familiar with the map. That's why I have to ask the question. Now, hold up. See if we can make this. Can we make this bigger? Okay. So now it's the map. This is maintenance. And maybe this is why people are saying, well, we're not getting it this way or we're not seeing it this way. But it's being declared a state of emergency. So clearly there's people out there that don't have power. So repair outage. Crews are performing repairs, but the power's not restored. Just giving you guys an idea of what this looks like in the area. Rain. A lot of rain. Yes. You never use this? I'm teaching you stuff. Well, Lord, listen, I'm over here. Y'all made on a holiday season, y'all made me curse twice. Now my camera's about to go out. Hold up. Let me make sure I make myself a little bit smaller so everybody can see this. Yes, thank you. Did we block an a-hole in the chat? Thank you. I appreciate it. You said someone being rude in the chat and they're watching this crazy. Where is what I'm saying? Thank you. Tell them. Hold up. Merry Christmas to y'all. I'm gonna need one too. Please and thank you. Pass one over here. Please and thank you. No, I don't because I cannot. Who does maintenance on Christmas Eve? That's a great question. Period. Hold up, y'all. So this is like one area. I mean, I could see PG&E is saying something different than the Edison, but see, I thought it was all PG&E. I didn't know that there was a split. See, back in the day when I lived in the area, mine was PG&E. That's why I don't know anything about Edison. I'm not familiar. Edison. Let's see. So like here you have, and these are all residentials, outage reported, but is it related to weather? Analyzing the problem. See, I don't know if this is all related to weather. Some of them says that it is, but not all of them. Okay. Nothing in the San Diego area or this area right here. Visalia has some. So I think you kind of have to like make what you will, but I could see why people like this. They're saying there's 69 outages in this area. Long Beach. Let's see. Are these businesses? Some of this is like repair outage, but it's not really given whether it's weather related. Okay. Now let me see something real quick. I'm gonna try to exit out of this. See, public safety shutouts. You're gonna have those. Major outage, resource. But in comparison to the PG, look at this is the PG&E one. So yeah, it looks a little bit different, but it's not really the area that we're looking at. Then you have Edison here that doesn't really give a whole lot. So maybe that's why people are saying, well, we're not getting that. We don't understand the state of emergency. We're not getting that kind of power or that kind of rain. The power went out in some areas. Gotcha. So I just remember when we needed Pacific Bell. Oh my God, Pacific Bell. Yep. You said, I bought a $60 joint for myself for Christmas. It's called the Mothership. Oh my God. Really? He said, I've seen someone said San Diego was fine right now, but tell me why Mission Valley floods every time there's a storm. It gets worse and worse every year. Gotcha, Sienna. That's what I'm saying. It's like everybody seems to be getting the effects of the storm in different ways. Doesn't mean that. I mean, I'm showing y'all the maps. Okay, I'm not making this up. He said, I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried about the rain because in certain parts of the city just don't do well. There's definitely gonna be a flood in the Mission Valley. Oh. Let's see. The troll is probably still breathing in there much of the way. Yo, that troll had the white powder. Fuck. Oh my God. I was like, are you really being rude in my chat? Why are you being an asshole on Christmas? Listen, don't get the spirit out of me. Please, I'm fine. I gotta go. I've been up, and then I went back to bed because I was so tired. Yo, I was so tired. And I'm like, well, let's check in with the people. But then the people will do the most. I'm so ready for an edible. Like, don't even get me started. South Power, thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Rabbit, to you and your family. Thank you for everything that you do for us. No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. Y'all are so funny in the chat. So you're without electricity. See, here's somebody who says they're without electricity, but then you have people that say, no, I have electricity. It's fine. Y'all are making it a big deal. But I'm not the one. I don't have the power to declare California the state of emergency. Y'all got to talk to Gavin about that one. Like, literally. Talk to Gavin about that one. We're with you, Rabbit. Thank you. I said, oh my God, y'all do the most. Maybe somebody was smoking that white fog powder or something. I don't know. This is it ice? Is it this ice? I see the A there. That's why it's throwing me off. Merry Christmas, everybody. Shout out to you. Merry Christmas to you. Aw, y'all are so cute. Thank you so much for that super sticker. Thanks for the super chat. You said some people have solar. Oh. You said, nah, dude, people are wilding out. They're doing the most in the chat. Well, there you go. No time like the present. Lord have mercy. It's too much for me to handle. I've only been here for 47 minutes, 50 minutes or so. Y'all are funny in the chat. I'm looking at all the maps and everybody's got to lose their head on it. Bring in the outdoor solar yard light tonight for lights. Tonight for light. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And I still got to go do some stuff. I'm not even done. I'm going to be on my feet all day today for sure. The buzz is happening. You said SoCal can't handle rains, mudslides, electrical outages. Reminds me of the Superstorm Sandy in New Jersey. It's serious. Wow. So you understand, yeah, link up Danny, but some people, like somebody came in my chat and they were like, y'all are making it a big deal. Did anybody see that person there? They're like, you guys are making it a big deal, but we're looking at one map, but it's not covering the areas that they want to cover. Okay, fine. So then we're going over here to the Edison and we're not seeing a lot of outages, but maybe it's just labeled differently than the, my battery's about to die. Let me change it real quick. We're not seeing it the same way that everybody else is, right? Everybody else has, I don't know, I guess different experiences, but it's interesting because people were talking about the fact that the biggest concern that they have is like the sewage problem in TJ, right? That being an issue, the sewage problem, and also, while I change my battery, not only just the sewage problem, but like the flooding and the smell and everything, and that could affect people's health and whatnot. That's a big deal. Hold up. See if I can put this battery together real quick. What did you say? You want lipstick? Lipstick? Oh, okay, well, you gotta wait, okay? You want lipstick? You're gonna have to give me a minute, okay? I'll see if Oh, okay. Give me a second, please. Let me plug in this camera. Thank you. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Here we go. The battery dies and then it starts acting a little bit weird and crazy. Hold up. Hold up. Let's see. The battery dies and it starts acting crazy. Give me 1 second. Can you give me a minute, please? Thank you. Okay, hold up. Okay, here we go. Yeah, sorry, it took me a minute to fix that. It's because the camera starts heating up and then it starts slowing down and acting all weird. Yeah, she wants lipstick. Give me 1 sec, y'all. Lipstick for the CEO. She's such a girly girl, y'all. She really is. She loves makeup. You said I remember when during Sandy, my side of the street had no electricity. Across the street had electricity. It was so wild. So like some areas were working and some areas were not. I got you. Yeah, the CEO loves lipstick. It just it. I think everybody will have. I mean, it all depends on the weather and everything. You said it's normal here, nothing but rain. Yeah, so the state of emergency, I think I mean, everybody, there's a lot of people that could be affected by it. Yes, this is only the PG&E map, does not include all power companies. Gotcha. See, that's why I was like, I don't even know what I'm looking at the PG&E map, and it is what it is. Listed for the little block for the a-hole in the chat. Somebody blocked the a-hole in the chat. That's what I said. Thank you. Appreciate it. Some people do the most. That's, you just have to call it out. You have to call it out. Too many rich and powerful people allow outages in the LA County. Do you think that outages don't need to happen? Like some people, like this is a thing that it's allowed by some people. Is that what you mean? SoCal is often debated territory. Some people consider it below Modesto and some consider it past Bakersfield. I thought it was past Bakersfield. I always thought it was past Bakersfield. So you have, what is it? Is it Stockton, Modesto, Lodi, Merced, Madera? I'm probably messing up the order. Bakersfield, Fresno. Totally messing up the order. Sorry, guys. I used to live in Chowchilla for a couple of years. I lived there. So I know these areas somewhat. But yeah. You said people, me too, but people want to change the narrative we've always known. You're originally from Bakersfield? Gotcha. I've been to Bakersfield a couple of times. I have been. But anyways, regardless, stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Stay out there. Clearly, there's a lot of weather stuff and whatnot. You said SoCal is the foot. California Edison is just like the big corporation. They cut corners. Hence, the Palisade fires were part is the cause of the spark of the tower. That's what I heard. It was that it was part of that, right? That was the issue. I think those are considered the Central Valley. Fresno is not called Fresize. It's crazy. Southern California is Oklahoma, huh? Yeah. For a couple years we lived there. We lived in. I was born in Orange County, Santa Ana, in that area. Yeah, so I lived there too. Lived there for a couple years. Yeah. And then we moved around a lot. We moved around to Lodi for a minute. We were in Lodi for a minute, then we were in Chowchilla. But we had family in Merced and Madera. We've had family all over the place. You were born in Santa Ana too? Yeah. Got family all over the place. So, yep. And still do. Yes, Chowchilla is the I remember that story when I was a kid too. They kidnapped a Chowchilla elementary school bus. This was like before I was born. And did they bury the bus in like a mudslide? Like it was like they try to bury the bus. I don't know. Like it was a weird story. I don't feel like I ever really got the full story. Should be a good deep dive to look into, but I remember that case. Did they I think they tried to bury the bus. The kidnappers did. Yeah. And there were little kids in the bus. No, there were little kids in the bus. They tried to bury the bus. So I'm not making that up. It is the weirdest story. We moved there, but that was before I was like born. Hold up. It was like a Chowchilla kidnapping. Now Chowchilla is known for that story, but they're also known for the women's prison. the women's prison, because that's where a lot of women go. Yeah, it was a 1976 bus kidnapping. And it was a busload of children between the ages of 5 to 14. And they were on their way, to school. And I went to one of the schools. This was elementary, y'all. I still have I have the yearbook and everything. They abducted 26 children from the ages of 5 to 14. So when you would ride the school bus there, and I still, because that hasn't changed, just because I rode the school bus there too. They could pick up like kids from 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade to kindergartens, and then they would all ride the bus. And what they did is that these kidnappers they stole this bus, and I believe they tried to bury the bus. Yeah. That's what they try to do. It was like a robbery situation, kidnapping, ransom type of situation they were trying to do. Yeah. But anyways, guys, I do have to let you guys go. No, you cannot have that. No, you cannot have it. No, because you're going to hurt yourself, girl. Okay, well, we're done. I got to let you guys go because I got to go tend to baby bunny. Guys, stay safe out there, regardless what side of where you're at. Doesn't matter. Stay safe. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate it. Thank you for those that kept it cute in the chat and weren't rude. I appreciate you too. Thank you. Guys, tomorrow we're going to have a little celebration for our channel holiday party. Make sure you join us. Time is subject to change depending on what happens and what's going on. But I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't think I'll be live later at all. Because it's the holiday and I got to stay safe with the family. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too, guys. If you celebrate, stay good, stay safe with the fam. And if not, at least those that, are closest to you and that you love. Shout out to everybody in the chat and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.